from my friends. In the last video we have explained more about Android Studio user interface, and also we have introduced you to the views. Now in this video we are going to start adding views to our application, and it will be a lot of fun. So let's get started. Now here what I can do, from the palette I can search for anything and add it right here, okay, to my view. By the way, anything that you are going to add from the palette to this window right here will be shown in the final result, or when we are going to run our application on a real Android device. So keep that in mind. Now, to add anything to our view right here, we have two main ways. For example, here I can add text view to show a text, button to add a button, image view to show an image, and so on. But of course these stuff are a bit more advanced, so that's why ignore it for now. Let's start, for example, with the button. Okay, I'm gonna drag and drop a button here. I can drag it and drop it here, or I can drop it inside my palette, the exact same thing. Let's drag it on the screen and it will be added here on my screen. Okay, we have our button like so. Now as you can see, our button has a default style. I mean, what a default look. Style, I mean look, how the button is looking. For example, the light background gray. Okay, this is a default style, or we can see the color is black by default. This is a default style, and this is the custom or the default style that comes by Android Studio. And to change it, then we are going to use this attribute window right here, this palette right here, which we didn't talk about previously, and now it's time for us to talk about this window right here. So if I select any view that I have added to my application, for example the button like so, I can select it by click it here or click it here in my component tree. Once I select it, I can see all these properties that I can work with. Now as you can see, we have divided all this stuff. Now they have added them as a categories for, and we can customize the button from this attributes window as we wish. Now as you can see, the Android Studio team, they have added several categories for the attributes. Now I am interested in the last one, all attributes, because it's contain everything that I am looking for. Okay, so click on it, and here what I can do, I can search for the background color. Okay, or here we have the search field here on the top. I am just gonna search for background like so. When I search for the background, I can see this is the default style for Android Studio. Okay, so this is the property name, which is the background, and the value here inside this box. Okay, now watch what I'm going to do. I am just going to add a hex value. For example, let's go with the black. Okay, and as you can see, when I added the value right here, a hex value, or you can type black, by the way, black like so, and it will work just fine. So I have changed the background of my button like so to be black. Okay, I'm gonna clear my search field. I'm gonna search for color, text color like so. Here we have it. I am just gonna change it to be white like so. So as you can see, I can customize it as I want. I'm gonna search for the text, says button. Here we have the text says button. I'm just gonna change it to be sign up, for example, like so, and it's changed immediately right here. I can change the text size by searching for size. Okay, text size like so, we have it here. I can add a value, and by the way, we can type any value, for example 20 SB. SB is just a unit measure that we are going to use for a text, okay, for the text size. And also we can add extra stuff. For example, I can see that the button, it is maybe too small or too big. What I can do here, search for the width property. Okay, we can give it a custom value like 30 dB. Okay, dB stands for density independent pixels. Okay, these are just unit measures. For the size, I mean for the text size, we are going to use SP. For the layout or for the views width and height, we are going to use dB. So I have changed the width to be 30 or 300 dB. Let's do the same thing with the height. I'm gonna search for the height, and here I will make it, for example, 50 dB, like so. And we have our button gone, and this is what I am looking for. Okay, I am looking for something that I want to show you here. Now our point here is that I just want to let you know that we can customize this any view that we want as we wish from this palette right here. We can change the background color, the text color, the text size, and so on. And do not try to know all of them, because in the next few videos we are gonna work tons with these properties. But I just want to let you know that when we are dragging and dropping all these views, what we have added them randomly. This is the problem that I want to solve. Now if you take a look here on the component tree, we can see that it is contain three main views. Now the text hello world here comes from, by default, it is a text view, comes by default with Android Studio. We can get rid of it or we can leave it. And the button we have added ourselves. Okay, this button we have did it, and I will tell you why it is gone. It is not gone, but I will let you know where it is right now. But this is the constraint layout. This is really weird where it comes from. Now Android Studio does not allow you to add the views randomly. You have to choose a layout type. Layout, it is like the parent or the container for all the views, and the job of the layout, it is describe how your views should look like on a real Android device. We have the constraint layout. It is a bit for advanced developers, and you should be able to work with the previous types of layouts before you work with the constraint layout, like so. So that's why what I'm going to do right now, I am just gonna to flip my screen like so, and here I will show you some diagrams to understand more about the views. So if we open this one, the first one, like so, it says views are just anything that the user can see, like text, button, image, and so on, or icon, like so. So these all are views, but we cannot add them randomly like this. Okay, to do so, Android Studio provide us with three main types of layouts that allow us to add the views inside them. We have the linear layout, the first type, and it is allow us to add the views vertically, so each view will sit in top of the other one. So the first one here, the second one here, and the last one here, and we keep adding them in a vertical line. The second one, it's also linear layout, but with the orientation of horizontal, so each view should sit beside the other one. Okay, like so. And this is the first type of layout, which is the linear layout, so we can add the views either vertically or horizontally, like so. So this is the first type. The second type, it is the relevant layout, like so. It is allowing us to add the views depending on us. It is give us the freedom to position the views wherever we want. So the relevant layout is really dynamic, and we are going to use it a lot, and you will see that in action in the next few videos where we are going to work with it a lot. Okay, so you need to keep that in mind. So the relative layout, it's not about the vertical or the horizontal, it is more advanced types of layouts. So going back, this is the first one, the linear layout. The second one is the relative layout. The third one, it is the constraint layout, like so. This is comes from Android Studio automatically. Now these are the three types of layouts or views containers that we can work with. Okay, so I just want to give you that you cannot put the views randomly like this by dragging and drop. Okay, this is not gonna work on a real Android device. So that's why Android Studio give us three types of layouts, and we can put all the views inside these layouts. We can start with the linear layout. With the vertical or the horizontal, we can use the relevant layout, and also we have the constraint layout. In the next video, I'm going to show you the linear and the relevant layout. For later sections, we are going to discuss about the constraint layout in details. So hopefully that makes sense. That was our lesson. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you in the next one.